Good morning. My name is Joe Cologne. I'm here again to do a argumentative speech. Today's topic is going to be Puerto Rico should have more rights. So we're going to be talking about Puerto Rico. That's where I'm from, like I have said in previous videos. So over 3 million American citizens living in Puerto Rico cannot vote for the president who governs them. How can a nation built on democracy justify denying full rights to their own people? I have lived in Puerto Rico my entire life, and this is not just a political issue to me, it is personal. People like my family who are still living currently in the island that are U.S. citizens cannot vote for a presidential election. While most Americans have a voice in choosing their own leader, Puerto Ricans are denied the fundamental rights. This contradicts the core democracy, values of equality and fairness and representation. The United States must grant greater political rights to the citizens of Puerto Rico if it truly upholds the principle of democracy. First, allowing Puerto Ricans to vote would strengthen the democracy. A fair democracy depends on equal representation for all citizens. Puerto Ricans are American citizens, yet they cannot vote for a president because Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory and does not have the electoral votes. Imagine living in a place where you pay taxes, follow federal laws, and serve in the military, but still cannot vote for a country's leader. A system like this cannot be considered fully democratic. If democracy means governed by the people, then all citizens must have a voice. Giving Puerto Ricans the right to vote would make the system more fair and representative. Second, granting Puerto Ricans voting rights is a matter of equal rights. Civil rights exist to ensure that every citizen is treated equally. Under the law, Puerto Ricans are legally recognized as U.S. citizens, as a status they held since 1917. However, despite this, they are excluded from one of the most important rights in a democracy, voting for their president. This creates a contradiction. How can a country claim a guarantee equality while denying millions its citizens a voice in a national decision? Excluding Puerto Ricans from voting weakens both the rights of the integrity of American democracy. Finally, allowing Puerto Ricans to vote would help to create a more unified nation. Puerto Rico has over 3 million residents who are U.S. citizens, yet they lack a full participation in the political system. This imbalance between rights and responsibilities creates division. When people are subject to laws but cannot participate in choosing a leader who makes those laws, it leads to feeling of exclusion. A truly unified nation includes all of the citizens in the democratic process. Giving Puerto Ricans the right to vote would strengthen national unity and make all Americans feel equally represented. Some may argue that Puerto Rico is not a state, but a territory, and therefore its residents should not vote in the presidential elections. Other claims that allowing Puerto Rico to participate could create logistic challenges in the elections. However, these arguments are not strong enough to justify denying the basic rights. Administrative challenges can be solved with planning and resource. More importantly, Puerto Ricans are still American citizens who contribute in the country through taxes, military service, and obedience to the federal law. Denying them voting rights simply because of territorial status ignores the core values of democracy. In conclusion, the United States must grant greater political rights to Puerto Rico. Allowing Puerto Ricans to vote would strengthen the democracy. ensure equal rights, and promote national unity. A country that values freedom and representation must live up to those ideas for all the citizens, not just the ones who live in the states. The question is simple. If Puerto Ricans are American citizens, shouldn't they have the same voice as every other American? Thank you.